what's up everybody, the Jack Nerd here, bringing another video for you. And well, if you didn't realize that today is December 30th, that the new season or series Earthrise for the War for Cybertron trilogy has just came out today. Now, full disclaimer, if you're going to stick around and watch this, get the hell off this video and go back and watch Earthrise, because as a warning, spoilers are ahead. Alright, got that out of the way. I liked it. I really liked it. I actually got finished watching it a second time just to see if there's anything I missed, and it was definitely a lot better from the first season. Megatron himself is showing more emotion, showing that he's that the character grew a lot from what we saw in the first, from Siege and into Earthrise, and I really like that a lot. I mean, Optimus, what to say about that? Oh god, I still think the voice actor is complete and utter ass. I'm not gonna lie. I think that voice actor is just a fucking joke. I'm not even kidding. I mean, hell, I can voice a better Optimus Prime. I have a buddy of mine that can voice a better Optimus Prime. Hell, John Bailey can voice an Optimus Prime. I mean, if you're gonna get anyone to voice, or even not even them, just get freaking Peter to jump back into the role. Hell, even Gary Chalk, or Gray Chalk, whatever the hell you want to call him. We'll get to that later, because there's more to talk about. Optimus, he was cool. He was cool. He was pretty. I'm not saying that he was stagnant. You can see that there's more to his history. Like the matrix of leadership was kind of like thrusted upon him from what was being explained in the series, I guess. But and another thing I really liked is that I guess Optimus doesn't communicate with the Matrix and knows about the past primes. And then out of fucking nowhere, fucking Skylynx shows up. And quite frankly, I had never been a big Skylynx fan. I never really have been. I don't have a Skylynx third party in my collection, not even. Well, for one, I don't know where the fuck to even put it. But, dude, they made him so fucking wise. They made him so just really smart and intelligent. I mean, the Season 3 one and Generation 1, yeah, he was cool, but he wasn't this cool as they had him in Earthrise. And then what happens? They off him off. They fucking kill him. I'm like, are you for real? Are you fucking for real? It's like, come on, you just threw away a character that I'm actually starting to like. What the fuck? So that was fucky. That was kind of fucky in my opinion. The Autobots on Cybertron, all of them were pretty cool. I mean, Alita, she's something special. I'm not gonna lie. What I mean by that, I can't believe I'm gonna say that. She could be a better Prime than Optimus. I'm not gonna lie. In the series, Alita would have been a better choice for Prime. But Optimus Prime, trying to stick with Optimus. Skyfire, Jetfire, whatever you want to call him, dude. He is so overpowered. I mean, he's like the fucking bot. He's like, he's just like, boom, right there, bitch. Just fucking baller. I think Bumblebee surprised me too, because in Siege, he was kind of portrayed as kind of an asshole. I mean, during a time of war, I think I would be a fucking asshole anyway, even though I am pretty much a fucking asshole. But overall, I mean, Bumblebee, he grew up a lot to finally slap on the Autobot insignia and join the Crusade. I don't know which voice actor that they used for Alpha Trion, but I really did like the way Alpha Trion looked in the series, and also he was carrying the Staff of Solus, which is actually supposed to be the Forge of Solus Prime. And just the way that looked, I mean, dude, I would want that as a figure. I'm not even kidding. Just the way he looked, he just had that presence. That's the thing with Alpha Trion. I mean, you know, in G1, you know, he made his debut there, and then he was in Prime, Transformers Prime, and then having him just for a minor role in Earthrise. I'm like, dude, why don't we see more Alpha Trion? I mean, seriously, he's such a good character that he could definitely help Optimus during when he becomes, you know, much more of a broader leader and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's, I mean, Alpha Trion, you know, when it's something he didn't like, he banished your ass. Like, that's what he did to Skylinks, and that was like, holy shit. And I'm glad that I think it was awesome that Skylinks was kind of like that spiritual guide for Optimus to say, hey, you need to do this and communicate with the Matrix and figure shit out, you know. What else happened in there? Galvatron. Obviously, he was from the future. He was from the future of the year 2005, the far distant future. But you know, you can definitely tell it's definitely Megatron from the future, and you know that's pretty much it. Like it was a nice little a little bit of a kind of trying to keep things in the same universe, but not try to go too crazy with it. The pacing was really good. The action was awesome, and I mean, honestly, Scorponok should have been bigger. I mean, I get that they had to make him small to fit in that station, but I mean, they could have used any other Decepticon any other Decepticon that's large enough to fight. But Scorponok is like supposed to be like this humongous city, not this really feeble-minded thing. You know, I mean, you take my hands, it'd be like that would be like that. You know, just imagine my hands being the claws and stuff. So, you know, all that shit. Scorponok could have been bigger. And damn, RC, she thick. There's some good shots of her where she, you know, you see her ass. I should have put her in this video too and just talked about her thickness. Damn. There's gonna be memes about that for days. I mean, it was so good that I'm struggling finding anything to make fun of it, like I did with Siege a couple months back. Like I'm gonna try, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard to come up with something. One thing that kind of really surprised me when I first saw it, when I was watching it, when the first time I saw it, because it had that shock and awe factor when you're like, what? First thing I saw was the golden disc. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, I know that. I mean, I am keeping track of everything that's all chug scale, everything that's going to be happening and stuff like that. But then seeing Galvatron project the golden disc, I was like, what the fuck? This is happening. This is actually happening. And of course, right at the end of the episode, guess who we fucking see in Velociraptor mode? We see fucking Dinobot, one of the most memorable fucking characters of all of Beast Wars. I think that's why I like Dinobot a lot. Not only I like him, but my uncle likes him, and there's a lot of people even like the actor of Dinobot. And I really hope there's some way that they can bring the original voice actor of Dinobot back, or David Kay, or Gary Chalk, or Gray Chalk, whatever you fucking want to call him, because that would just signify that they could bring that respect into Beast Wars, which I wish they would have done with the G1 characters. I mean, they could have had Frank and Peter come back as Megatron and Optimus, which I think if that happened, I think there would have been a lot more creative control in Peter's and Frank's part, because that's their role. That's the role they've been memorized for years. And and it's just like, I know Frank and Peter are not going to be around forever, but still, I mean, if they could just get on the horse one last time and give it their all, I think with Siege, Earthrise, and now Kingdom, which is going to be the third and final season or series, I think that's what should have happened. But overall, I really enjoy this series. I really do. I mean, even if you're not a huge Transformers fan and you just want something to watch on Netflix, I highly recommend it. I really hope when Kingdom comes out, I really hope they have those nods to Beast Wars, and apparently that the Ark is going to transform from what I heard, and especially the Ark is going to be a Titan class, so I wonder how they're going to... And of course, the one thing that was given away the most during the trailers, guess who we see so they can market their HasLab Unicron. Well, Unicron shows up, even though we even knew that he was going to be in it, but yet I'm actually glad that Unicron just said a couple things, brought Megatron back to the future, and that was it. That was it. There's no interaction with Unicron whatsoever. And it just kind of just saves it for later, even if they do continue not just with Kingdom, but something else later down the line, because they could do so much more with this, But the one thing that kind of bugs me about it is that they called it Earthrise. They called it Earthrise. I thought they were going to be on Earth. I thought they were going to be on Earth, having earthly vehicle forms, and doing their thing. But nope. Wheeljack didn't transform. Bumblebee didn't transform. RC didn't transform. Elita 1 didn't transform. I think a couple other characters didn't transform. It's like, okay, well, how are we, these people, these young kids that like Transformers, how do you know that their product is going to transform before they buy it? I mean, isn't that the main thing about Transformers, is to transform? I mean, this might be just a little rant of mine I'm having, but it's like, well, where's all the vehicle modes? I mean, they could still use the vehicle mode for Wheeljack and just make it sort of look Cybertronian or something. Same with Bumblebee, or just give him the little flying saucer thing that he turned into. I mean, I don't know. But I mean, besides that, overall, I really enjoyed the series. It was fun. There was a lot of fun G1 Easter egg nuggets, like the bickering between Megatron and Starscream. Starscream try to overthrow Megatron as leader of the Decepticons, as he always does. That's what almost every Starscream is famous for, is overthrowing Megatron. In a nutshell. Steeljaw, that was an interesting name drop, because I know he's one of the cassettes that Blaster puts it in his chest. I was thinking like, like when they said Steel Jaw, I'm like, oh wait, is Blaster gonna show up? That's what I was thinking in the back of my mind. And then Perceptors, Receptors. That's a '86 movie reference where Blaster's like, oh right, cover your receptors, Perceptor, or something like that. So that's another callback. There's probably a couple other ones I'm missing, but if I am, just post a comment down below. I mean, overall, it was good. I really liked it. I cannot wait to see what they're going to come up with for Kingdom, and I hope it's longer than 6 episodes, because there's a lot they're going to have to piece together if they're going to fight on Earth. Especially, you got the Maximals and the Predacons. Were the Maximals and the Predacons always there all this time? Are they from the future? Because if the Golden Disc since the Golden Disc was practically name dropped, you got to think is that the Golden Disc is based on a real life artifact that's put on one of our satellites and was launched into space. In Transformers lore, Megatron goes to that satellite, inscribes the messages on the Golden Disc. Megatron steals, then Beast Wars Megatron steals it from the archives, finds the encoded message, goes to Earth to find the Energon, then one thing leads to another, etc., etc. And of course, they were both from the Maximals and Predacons were from the future. So, are they going to be from the future, or is this going to be like a alternate take on that? I mean, we're not going to know until we see the trailer, until people come up with some crackpot theories. It's going to be interesting. And is Dinobot going to be a Predacon, or is he going to start as a Predacon and become a Maximal, or is he just going to stay as a Predacon throughout the entire show? Who's all going to be there? Because I know there's a Primal that's out, a Cheetor, Airazor, Black Arachnia, Megatron. I mean, how many of these characters are we going to see? Is Warpath going to pop out of nowhere? Because there's been even more figures that Hasbro has been making. Just is it just product after product after product that they want to get out? Are we going to see these characters in action? It would be nice, but I mean, who really knows what's going to happen when Kingdom comes out? And whatever happens, it better be at least longer than 6 episodes, because this is Transformers, man. You got to make sure you explain everything to the nines. Obviously, Galvatron was from the future. Obviously, they landed on Earth. Obviously, that Velociraptor was Dinobot, because duh, it's a brown and tan Velociraptor. This was kind of a rant / spoiler review of Earthrise. But overall, like I said before, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was really good. I can't wait till Kingdom comes out. In the meantime, I got to find something else to watch. But anyways, that's about it. It's not that long, not that short, but somewhere in between. This is the Jack Nerd signing off. You folks have a Happy New Year's. Thanks for watching, and take care.